Hey, I'm Hillary, and today MIMS dropped by to talk to us about making #1 on our Billboard charts. All right, cool. So congratulations on your #1 status.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Please tell us why you're hot.
I think just because I'm just being me, man. I'm having fun doing what I love to do. I'm just being myself, and that makes me hot. That makes anybody hot.
Tell me a little bit about working this record.
So for me, I knew that in order for me to get a good position in music, I had to be able to go out and build my relationships with radio. Obviously, coming from New York City, the #1 market in the country is not going to be easy. So instead, I said, you know what? I need to relate to a market that I felt was running the game. Obviously, the South, be it that market, and get acceptance from the South, and then turn around and come back to New York and say, look, how many New York artists you know that are playing in the Southern market? I deserve a shot. Listen to this record.
A lot of people will say that it kind of sounds like a Southern record.
You know what, I get that, and I also get from everywhere that I've been and everywhere that I've shouted out in the record, I think that they believe that I'm from there. and that's a good thing, though, because one thing I don't want people to do is always associate with me as being a New York artist. As an artist, you don't want people basing your talent upon your area. You want people basing your talent upon, you know, your talent. And I feel like I create a great sound of music for the world to listen to. So before anything, before I can shout out where I'm from, or before I talk about where I'm going to, where I've been, I want people to recognize and respect my music for just being good music, first and foremost.
That's interesting, just because so many people do, like, I'm from New York, I'm from the Bronx, I'm from X, I'm from Y. So
Definitely.
that sounds, explain, please.
You know what, and it's crazy, the irony is that the first lines in my record is, I represent New York, I got it on my back. I may sound like I'm talking backwards, but the truth of the matter is that people always say it's not about where you're from, it's where you at. And that's exactly why I wrote that record the way I wrote it, because I respect other music across the country.
All right, cool. So what is your second single, and what can we look forward to?
I got a record coming out. It's called Like This. Going into it, obviously, to hype my record up, I said that this is going to be the biggest dance record this year. It's a record that goes back and forth between the male and female gender. I think it's going to be big in the club, because I think it's going to be the guys doing what they do and the girls doing what they do.
So, okay, tell me a little bit about the rest of the album. Like, what are you talking about?
The intro of my album actually explains a lot. It starts off with me talking, letting you know what I've been through. Some of the lyrics are like, ever since my birth, some thought I was cursed, been through the worst, but I found a road, not knowing that eventually they would mention me as the next hot thing to blow.
And you're talking about your mom dying and everything, right?
Yeah, I talked about that on the album. I got a record on the album called Don't Cry, and it really just talks about a lesson that I had to learn growing up, but not necessarily a direct lesson that my mom taught me. It was an indirect lesson she taught me. So, you know, look out for that record, Don't Cry, on the album.
Can I know what the lesson is?
It was really just, you know, my mom was a free spirit. She was the type of person that went out and had fun. Growing up in a single-parent home, my mom raising me, I didn't like the dudes that she would bring by the house. I didn't realize at that time she was just trying to be happy. She was trying to find happiness. You know, the record really just kind of talks about that. She taught me not to worry about certain things, because you'll understand later on why she did certain things. So
I don't really know what to say after that.
Yeah, I mean, but the album is basically that. It's like an emotional roller coaster. It takes you from looking at New York from a different angle because of what I'm delivering. It takes you into learning about me personally, and it also brings you into a more fun side of rap, from the records like This Is Why I'm Hot and Like This. I got one record on there featuring my label mate, LaToya Luckett, which in my opinion is a grown man record, because it talks about me being on the road and being around all the negative things that don't warrant you to be in a relationship. And it talks about how I handle it between being in a relationship and being in the music business. So.
Now, are you in a relationship now?
Yeah, I'm actually in a relationship now.
Oh, okay. How's this all working out? Is she like fire you? You guys fight over the phone? Or you
all the time.
Keep up with on the pager? Is that why your pager was always going
off? Always going off.
He had to put it down before we started the interview. He didn't want it to blow up during the interview.
You know, I like to keep open communication. I think that's the best thing. So, you know, I'm just living my life, but I'm working hard and working towards my goals. So, you know, I'm the type of person, I'm not carefree, but you know, I let things just kind of be what they gotta be.
Well, I thank you for spending your time with us today.
Oh, thank you for having me here. I love this. You know,
hollering at us,
I feel all good. I'm waiting to see my face on one of these. Right, I was actually about to pick up the. I don't know if that's a guitar or a banjo, but I was gonna pick that up and start. I was gonna start playing. I can't even.
Do you want to? You can.
Sure. No. Here we go.
Break it down.
I wrote a song.
Don't let me stop you.
Last night. All right, I can't play this thing. It's not even tuned up. I mean,
yeah, it's clearly the guitar's fault. It's all the guitar's fault.
No, I can't play it. That thing looks complicated. I'd rather this thing right here.